Hello and welcome. In this video, I will introduce you to some basic database related concepts. I'll begin by defining what a database is. A database is basically a collection of organized information or data stored in a table. So you can look at a database as a giant container for storing organized information. So a database stores its information in a table. So what is a table? A table basically is used to store database information, and it stores that information in rows and columns. So I have an illustration of a database that contains two tables. These are rows. Rows go down vertically, and these here are referred to as columns. So owner ID is a column, car underscore model is a column, make underscore ID is a column, car underscore model is a column, Ford is a row, this is a row, this is a row. So rows go down vertically while columns go horizontally. So a table stores information in rows and columns. What is a relational database? A relational database is a database with related tables. So where you have two or more tables related in one way or the other, it is known as a relational database. In the illustration I have here, I've got two tables. One is called owner table and the other is called maker table. Now there is a relationship between the two tables. They've both got identical columns, so they are related by their column. This one's got car underscore model and this is called car underscore model. So these two tables are what is known as a relational database because both tables are related courtesy of identical columns. What is a relational database management system? It is also referred to as RDBMS. Basically, this is software that is used to manage and run databases. So there are lots of them out there. For example, we've got Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and so on. There are so many, but the top three usually Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and others. So basically, it's a software used to manage and administer databases. What is a schema? A schema is basically a collection of database objects. An example of a database object is a table. So a schema is a collection of database objects associated with a database username or account. So a user can be a schema. So in an organization, normally what they do to administer databases, you create a user account and give that user account several permissions to do several things. So you can then attach several objects to that user account and share that user account out among people who are going to be doing administrative database related tasks. So with a schema, you can assign a permission group where you can assign different users to a group, and you can also attach different levels of access to various objects within that schema. So this is a basic illustration of a database with a schema called health schema, and this schema here contains various tables. So these are various tables contained inside this schema, and you can also apply permissions to different objects within a schema. So you may want certain people to have access to maybe to one table and not to another. So there are different permission levels you can attach to schema and schema objects. What is a primary key? A primary key basically is used to uniquely identify each record in a table. So every table should have a primary key that is used to uniquely distinguish each record in a table. A typical example of a primary key could be an ID column. If we see here, I've got this owner underscore ID. See, these IDs are all unique, so you would not get a duplicate 1, duplicate 2 or 3. Also, we've got this make underscore ID. You can see they are all unique. So every table should have at least one primary key. Every table should have one primary key used to identify each record in a table. What is a foreign key? A foreign key is a field or a column in a relational database table that matches the primary key column of another table. So you can use the foreign key to cross-reference other table. If, for example, I made this car underscore model here, I made this the primary key, and I've also got it here as a primary key. So what that means is that this here is a primary key, but on this table is going to be referenced as a foreign key, vice versa, where this is a primary key here. Because we've got another one here, it will now become a foreign key here. So whereby both the primary keys matches the columns of 2 or more table, it references the other table as a foreign key.